Yo, so quick little update video. I'm just gonna be yapping for a few minutes over some Fireteam Finder GM gameplay footage. You'll have to excuse the transparent box on the right side. That's where the live stream chat normally goes, but I forgot to turn that off while recording this. And don't worry, the bingo videos aren't going anywhere. This only has to do with live streaming on Twitch. So if you watch my live streams here on YouTube, nothing's changing. This only has to do with Twitch. So the problem is, back in January, I sent a Twitch partner application, and I didn't hear anything back for a few days, and then I got hit with an age suspension. And so basically, I'll throw this up on screen. Twitch sent me an email saying that I would have to send them my government ID and prove my age when I sent them my partner application, which I thought was weird because I sent one application before almost a year ago, and they didn't ask about it then. So I was like, okay, whatever. I sent them the documents they wanted, and they said, alright, you'll hear back from the partnerships team. I didn't hear back from the partnerships team for a long time. This email was on February 16th, and eventually I just emailed them back trying to ask again on July 8th, and then they emailed me back almost immediately. And they emailed me back, I was sort of taken aback because they said, my channel is ineligible for Twitch partnership. I didn't really understand why, so I asked them if they could clarify why this is, and they gave me this really cold email again. Like, they responded like almost instantly, and they said, my channel is ineligible for partnership, so I should just make a new channel, was their suggestion. And I even asked them to, like, specifically, why can't my channel have partnership? And they didn't want to give me details. They just said, we've said all we can, case closed, basically. So I did a little research, and it seems to be pretty well accepted that this happens when your Twitch account was created before you were 13 years old, which I did. Unfortunately, my 12-year-old self was unwise. I made my Twitch account a little under 3 months before I actually turned 13, so I technically broke Twitch TOS by making my account a couple months too early, 10 years ago. They didn't outright ban my original account. It seems like a couple years ago they used to just straight up ban people for this if they found out your account was made before you were 13, but I guess they're letting my account still stand because I'm assuming because I verified my age by sending them my government ID. But the end result is basically my channel can never get Twitch partnership. It's not really explicitly in their TOS that if your account is made before, you can never get partner, but other people have had this issue, and so it's pretty accepted. This is why people get this response from Twitch on why their account is permanently ineligible. And their solution was, they just said to make a new account. So that's what I'm doing. The new Twitch account right now, the handle is twitch.tv/offpam, offpam with a 0, so 0FFpam. It's a really unfortunate situation, but because of child online protection laws, they legally aren't allowed to track data on kids under the age of 13, so that's why 13 is the age in the first place. And because it has to do with online child protection laws, that's basically just a huge legal landmine for Twitch, so they're probably just not going to touch it. So the chances of them changing their mind on this are basically 0. So I'm going to be streaming on the new account. I'll eventually get the Onpam name switched over to it one day, probably after I get partner. And then I'm going to keep streaming on both the old Twitch account and the new Twitch account, and on YouTube still. I'm going to keep the old Twitch account live just for people who don't follow me on social media and haven't gotten the message yet. I'll have a banner on screen saying what happened, and that'll only be seen on the old Onpam account. But yeah, it's sort of a wrench thrown in my week. I didn't think I'd care about Twitch partner that much because these days most of the perks that partners had have been opened up to affiliates too. But when I got the email back saying I'd be ineligible, I guess I just felt like kind of slighted by Twitch. Like, it's sort of like a milestone that I guess I wanted to hit, and I felt kind of robbed when they told me that I could just never get it. So I thought I didn't care, but turns out I do care. So making this new account, I'm going to be streaming much more frequently now because I want to try and build back up to where the account was before, which, if you're watching this video around the time it comes out, I'm raising money for the Bungie Foundation fundraiser for the iPads for kids. I'll put the graphic on screen. If you saw the community post, I linked it there too. You can get a bunch of cool emblems. There's a new one and a bunch of the old Bungie Day emblems for donating different amounts to the Bungie Foundation. And there's also a bundle with a new shader, which I'll show some pictures on screen and how it shades, and a new ghost shell that looks pretty cool too. If you're watching this, I'd appreciate if you follow the new account, and yeah.